everyone, welcome to my Fact Friday. Today we're going to be talking about recession. Is it happening? And if it is, what should you know in regards to housing? So the first thing that I'm going to address is we are currently in the fastest economic recovery in American history. And as it is expected, after any recovery, there will be a slowdown, which brings me to my next point of let's define what a recession is. So a recession is defined by 2 consecutive quarters of a slowdown in GDP. It is not defined, however, by a housing crisis. So that is the first point that I want to get across. A recession is not a housing crisis. Now let's talk about some predictions. So 50% of economists that were surveyed by the National Association of Business Economics predict that a recession is likely to happen in 2020, but most of them are predicting that that recession is not going to be a result of a housing crisis. Instead, they're predicting that the upcoming recession, it's likely to be caused by tensions over trade policy, a geopolitical crisis ahead of the upcoming election, and a stock market correction. So 95% of those economists actually think a comprehensive trade deal is not likely to happen. Only 5% think that it is. So that is the number one leading cause of the potential upcoming recession. Very different from what happened in 2008. 2008 was a mortgage meltdown, total housing crisis, very different environments. However, the consumers may have a different thought process in their mind. So 39% of consumers think that a recession is likely in 2020, but 59% of them think that it is going to look like 2008. And the fact is that it won't. So economists are predicting that 2020 recession is more closely going to assimilate 2001 recession. So that brings me to my next point. Let's look back at the 5 last recessions: 2008, 2001, 1991, 1981, and 1980. So in 3 out of the last 5 recessions, home prices actually went up in an average between the 3 of about 5%, okay? In 2001, they actually rose almost double the standard appreciation rate. They rose 6.6%. So in 2 of those recessions, prices went down, but that's very key to point out here, because people think recession, housing crisis, my home is going to depreciate in value, and the likelihood that happening next year, it's really very low. It's not going to happen. So economists are predicting that our upcoming recession is more closely going to assimilate 2001. In 2001, the stock market fell 25%, but home prices went up 6.6%. Economists are also predicting that over the next 5 years, home prices are going to continue to appreciate at a rate of about 6% in average, which is a little bit shy of double the national historic norms of around 3%. So a recession is likely to happen, say 50% of economists. A recession is not a housing crisis, and this upcoming recession won't be the result of a mortgage meltdown. It will more likely be caused by trade policy and tensions over trade policy, geopolitical crisis, and a stock market correction. And my third point, my last point, is homes are going to continue to appreciate in value. So you, my friend, have nothing to worry about, especially in our market. We may see some corrections in some market, Maryland not being one of them. Texas, Oklahoma, yes, maybe. Maryland, not. Low inventory, high buyer demand, low interest rates. Our market is healthy, is good. Save some money, invest in some properties if you can. We are good. So I hope you enjoyed my Fact Friday video on the recession. Share it with anybody that you think may enjoy it. And thank you for watching. On to the next.